What time it is? I love TGIFs. I hope all of you crew members and passengers are having a wonderful TGIF out there. This is no other than D Life, your skipper on board the Passive D Life Express. On the mic right now, reporting live from the channel. That's right. Today's going to be a special video. This is going to probably be a series. This is a project that I'm going to preview. As you've seen the thumbnail and the title, it's been in my hit list for last year, December. Didn't understand what it was all about until I really got into nodes and started researching them and wanting to go ahead and be a part of the, quote unquote, real node lifestyle. But of course, I ventured into the node as a services platforms first, and then the DeFi as a services platforms, which were also considered nodes. But we are talking real life node, and I'm sure you already heard about this project. You already seen the thumbnail. So if you are in it, make sure to leave a comment on your experience. But right now, I gotta pay homage to this project. It's been sitting there. I wish I got in a long time ago, but I want to say this is probably one of those projects where you don't need to be in early. Getting in is just getting in, and your time is your time. Of course, if you got in when the project commenced, that would have been great. That means you would have earned a great amount of yield. But, without further ado, let's jump into this. Would have been 2 times 2, but it's going to be just 1 right now. But I still got to pay homage to Louverture because Louverture was what really made me highlight it from the first day I saw this update. And I even showed it a little quick sneak peek about, in the last 2 Louverture videos ago where I did say that I really want to talk about this. So this is going to be our first look officially on the Passive D Life Express at no other than AKA, I want to say probably one of the best, not DeFi, but platforms for passive income, no other than, yield nodes. You've seen it. That's what it's all about. Yield nodes, really dealing with real master nodes, and a lot of people are in this. Then again, a lot of people don't understand it. Then again, a lot of people don't trust it because anything, quote unquote, in this space which is too good to be true is, too good to be true. But Yield Nodes has been here, and they've been out from 2019, and they have been going strong. And I'm really surprised to see some big YouTubers out there that have, been in this, but it, came up from last year when I first got into DeFi. I saw it, and people are talking about it, but I was like, what is that? They're like, ugh. And then, of course, this is in DeFi. You got KYC, and at that time, I wanted to venture into the DeFi space and have that, uh, what's the word? I gotta brush up on my vocabulary. Anonymity or anonymity or something like that. You leave it in the comments. That word that's used where we could just get in and collect our passive rewards, our passive income, and don't have to worry about all of the red tape and the rules and regulations. But with yield nodes, you have to KYC. So I just want to make that note first. So let's jump into the article first off that maybe actually wanted to finally preview this. I didn't want to preview it because I like to only show projects that I am currently in or I know that I'm going to get into, but I think this is going to encourage me to probably put aside a few bucks every week and get in here. There is a minimum barrier to entry in yield nodes if you are new and if you don't have an account or you're not active in it. So that will be 500 in euros or 500 in BTC. So not your tea life cup of tea, as you do know if you're watching my channel. I only put in a little bit into all of these projects because I'm not a whale, I'm not a mini whale, but I've been just purchasing assets from years ago and just getting small amounts, and we're able to get in at bear markets just like this, and then we recovered, and then I had a little bit of gains, and so that's pretty much kind of like my story. So Step In is another great project that will be previewed on the channel. I gotta talk about that because I couldn't believe it when I first saw this in May's Louverture update video and Real T. Now Real T is a new one that I don't know about. But when I saw yield nodes on the side there, I was like, what? Steps, real estate, and nodes? Louverture is definitely going the right direction, and partnering and getting into projects with good real pretty much real utility, and no Ponzi-nomics there, not needing people's or other members or people to keep bringing in new revenue, but they could generate revenue and hence create real passive income for their participants. So let's just do a quick review of this article here. So it's been a quick week, and of course, I still don't know if Louverture is a rug or a plug pull. But let's just jump in there and see if the site is still there. Haven't went since our last video, so let's see if it's still there. Live. Up, site's still up. Yep, MetaMask, that little fox wants to connect. All right, so it's still here. So please leave a comment if you are a Louver. Chuck D, again, if you did some research, buddy, make sure give me some feedback on Louverture. Of course, the site is still there, and I'm talking about this Louverture portfolio diversification and yield nodes today. So 2 for 1. Louverture still because the site is still up, and this great article that I saw in May. I'm kind of late on, but it's better late than never. And then we're gonna jump quickly into a quick introduction of yield nodes, and then stay tuned for more yield nodes action and possibly even getting a live activation. I like a live activations on D Life and putting aside that 500 in BTC to get in there. And unfortunately, having to go through the KYC, that is a process. So if you're not down with KYC, then you probably won't really like yield nodes. But then again, maybe after today's video, you might check it out for yourself and see if you like it. So there's been a quick week, all things considered. However, it's business as usual, LVT. There is no denying the fact that we are in a bear market, and diversifying is where is that? Where is that? And diversifying, we've been on the lookout. And diversifying as one's portfolio is key to weathering such a bear market. So Louverture already knew bear market was coming, even though it was already there. But then Jem just acknowledging the bear market is great, and talking about diversifying in these times. So shout out to LVT. We've been on the lookout for projects that are unique and push the boundary. Sorry about my vocabulary here, on my reading skills. I think I need hooked on phonics still. When it comes to social and expected norms, such as we've just completed 3 additional investments into 3 unique but wildly different from one another projects: Step In, Yield Nodes, and Real T. Our aim is to build a more substantial and diversified portfolio for LVT that'll generate consistent and reliable yields over time. So if they pulled the plug, I do not know, but this tells me maybe they didn't, because they are actually investing into these projects to get revenue to then turn on to their louvers, and also help support that AVAX in the black hole, that passive AVAX once you put a minimum of either 450 or a million LVT in there. So definitely shout out to that. So quick overview of stepping. We invested roughly 30,000 and bought 15 shoes, where one of our team members will walk 60 minutes a day. This is cool, to earn up to 150 GST per day. We expect to earn our investment back within 90 days, provided our team members stay fit and committed. So that's great. Shout out to LVT team. What is it? StepIn is a move to earn platform where users with GPS enabled devices can equip various NFT sneakers and earn their native token and whitelist physically moving. Now, StepIn, I caught eye of this back in March, but truth be told, it was on the Ethereum network, so definitely out of my league. The tennis shoes were definitely out of D-Life's league. way above my barrier to entry for projects. So, but if you do got that bag and you got some Ethereum, you got $500 or $1,000 more. This project happens to be, you know, quite trending, and it's giving out some good rewards. I gotta give it to Stefan, so you could go and check that out also too. But we will be bringing it to the channel if you don't go and check it out, just for leave LVT sake because they invested. This well-rounded system helps step and burn both GST and GMT governance token, allowing them to manage inflation effectively, which only further drives mass adoption of the project. So, great project, man. Encouraging fitness and encouraging health. So that's what it's all about. Increase your GST cap. You get to mint the rares. You got quality, redistribute. So let's just take a quick scan in here. This is kind of like, I guess, their ecosystem of their token. So improve the mint, burn, get GMT permanently, improve the chance to receive two sneakers from shoe minting, the GMT leveling. You burn the GMT to reach a level 5, 10, 20, 29, and 30. So good utility there. Gem success, burn the GMT to permanently improve success rate of all gem upgrade. And the gem upgrade, burn the GMT to upgrade level 4 plus gems. Step and set. And the redistribute, burn the GMT to redistribute attribute points. And the quality, burn GMT permanently to improve the chance to receive a higher quality sneaker from opening the shoebox. So good stuff there on their tokenomics. So not really their ecosystem, their tokenomics. So that's a quick little preview of Stefan. So we know that they invested 30,000. So you can come on over and read some more about the article. So we will just continue to scan and pick out there. They purchased a 15 sneakers like they said. So I take it this is a snapshot of some of the sneakers that they do have and they have already minted. And now yield notes. This is awesome. So we invested 100,000 into yield notes, proven track record of 5% to between 15% per month. So that's what yield note gets you between 5 and 15% a month. And I think they've been averaging a good rate also for the past few years now. I will compound for the first 6 months until our initial investment is unlocked, at which point we will continue to withdraw rewards each month. So this is huge. LVT, a DeFi project, jumping in to yield nodes, a project with pretty much users like me, you, OCs, and some whales probably get into to earn that passive income, which has been consistently going now. And of course, everything on the channel is education and entertainment purposes only. This is definitely all risk because once you have to put in your funds into a project and you can't take it right back out, it is considered high risk. So, Stefan, high risk because you got to mint that sneaker. Who's to say you're going to get rewards? You got to put your fees in. Yield nodes also high risk because you got to put your fees in and you can't get that back until after 6 months. And, it's just really, you just have to, you have to acknowledge it. So if you don't have the risk tolerance, then definitely, probably just doing something that's low risk might be good for you, but even low risk is still a risk. So, what do we say? Everything is a risk out here in this space, and even in life. So, but of course, I'm not your psychiatrist, neither am I your financial advisor. You got to be responsible for your funds. So, a master node, like any other full node, helps process transactions and verify them in the blockchain, such as they receive rewards for providing a service. So a full node becomes a master node when a minimum required amount of specific tokens are deposited or staked. For example, an AVAX master node requires a minimum of 2,000 AVAX to be staked to qualify as a master node. So there you got it. Yield nodes, investing your capital, putting it into nodes, creating nodes, and getting a full node and giving you a portion of those rewards that they get. So if you can't afford the 2,000 AVAX, you could come on over and jump into yield nodes for a minimum of 500 US euros or BTC, and you could get rewards from all of the nodes that they have been a part of, but just in one interest rate that ranges between 5 and 15. So that is a quick nutshell on the, I mean, not a quick nutshell, a quick overview on this Medium article. And LVT telling you what they're doing. This is a quick, we're not going to go there and do that. So some more information over here. This is their account. So they're showing a live snapshot of their account and the USD, the euros that is in there. And Realty, let's jump to Realty. Realty, we invested 200,000 into Realty's infrastructure and governance development as they improve and advance their platform and technology to improve product fit and scale considerably to mass markets over the next 12 to 18 months. So, Realty, let's check out Realty because I don't know what Realty is either. So, let's read on quickly. What Realty does is the most basic sense is allow investors to own a share of certain property which is represented on the blockchain by any unique token. Now that sounds real interesting. Realty, I wonder why I never heard about this. But that's what reading is for and doing research is for, which is great. That's what it's all about. So the fractional ownership model minimizes the risk typically involved with investing in real estate, while simultaneously creating a democratic system whereby investors have a stake in how a property is managed. This is interesting. The benefits of bringing blockchain technology to the real estate market are many. Enhanced transparency and security, and as well as seamless and instantaneous transfer of assets, are just some of the reasons why the relationship between real estate and crypto is only going to get stronger from here. Why realty? What makes realty particularly interesting is it allows just about anyone to enter the real estate market. Traditionally, real estate has always a high barrier to entry, of course, with modest investments costing tens of thousands of dollars. You got that right. Even many who dabble in the stock market and cryptocurrency shy away from real estate. Yeah, because it is expensive. Well, simply because of these steep upfront costs. There is usually a rather large learning curve involved as well. So we got LVT invested 200,000 to furthering the development of the infrastructure and the governance of Realty's platform and tokenomics. And they have an investment agreement will allow and discounted tokens to LVT holders. Okay, guys, if you're a lover, I'm a holder. Chuck D, look at this. This is some good information here. Our investment agreement will allow for discounted tokens to LVT holders in the near future, TBA, whilst our treasury will earn a steady 2% on all management fees in perpetuity. Okay, good. So this is great. I'm definitely going to be checking out Realty. I'm going to do a quick overview on Steppin. Now let's jump into the main project that I have to review today. And you see, I am not a robot. That's right. We're going to jump in here and check a look at my account. You know, nothing is in it. And we could just look at what all they have done so far. So week 1, June 1st to June 17th, 1.3%. Week 2, 8th to 14th, 0.8%. Week 3, 1.4%. So they are definitely making not high interest like what we're used to out there in the device space, but low interest rates that pretty much, quote unquote, a lot of you or me or anybody else out there in the space might say is sustainable or quote unquote DeFi safe because it's not 10% or 20% a day, or for the week, it's a mere 1.3%. So, yeah, definitely in this crypto space, that is doable. That is even doable with trading. So, as a quick grid of their last 3 months profits, and 0.5, 0.25, and I already have my account created from months ago. I just never really topped it up because still was doing research on yield nodes and just pretty much had it to the side because of the barrier to entry, the 500 BTC, and yeah, just had it laying in the background and saying one day I'll do it. But I think I'm probably gonna take action. I think I might take action because this could possibly be a DeFi quote unquote safe play, as in I won't say DeFi, a crypto safe play with these type of returns. So let's quickly jump into some education now on yield notes. Some quick also DYOR. So we got yields, the next generation of crypto passive income. So let's get started with the numbers. Yield Notes is a passive income platform with a 7 to 10% monthly yield. This means that in about 10 months, your money doubles. The best part, the volatility in Bitcoin does not affect your profit at Yield Nodes. They use something excellent called master nodes, which we'll cover later. So you see, we already read that in the article. So the article did a good job of explaining to you pretty much in layman terms what yield nodes is. Yield nodes telling you exactly what you could earn with them. Let's jump back into the dashboard. Now let's go into their performance. So here is a better chart, picture of the chart, their performance instead over here. This one here was kind of like faint, so I wanted to get the actual one from the dashboard. So before they used to show 2019. I don't know why they're not showing 2019 anymore, but they would show from 2019 if you had put in 5,000 where your investment would be. But they jumped from 2020 now. Don't know why they did that, but right now you would have had, if you yield nodes, you compounded, and BTC you would have 19,000. No, so this is them comparing themselves to the other markets, crew members and passengers. So you got BTC, which is now 19,261. You got the Dow Jones at 6.05, and you got gold at 6.194. So if you could, if not if, but yeah, if you did get into yield nodes and you did make a deposit and you did compound your, that's another great thing with yield nodes, which is kind of quote unquote close to DeFi. You could compound manually your earnings every day. So you will be looking at $105,000. Woo! With a minimum deposit of 5,000 euros. No, there we go, from 2019. So of course that would have been from the project would have commenced. So that is a great, great return in my opinion. And of course, this isn't financial advice. It's just my journey, my voyage for passive income. You gotta take your own risk and you gotta make sure decide if this platform that we are previewing today is good for you. You know, I look at it. 3 years did fly by real fast. 4 years did go. I can remember 2019 like just like yesterday, but 5,000 for the OC might not be good, but you could get again with the 500. But the 5,000 is definitely a little bit high for me. But trust me, if I could get the 5,000 BTC, I think I would take the risk and put it in there. Just my opinion. That's all. So let's go ahead now and take some more overview quick of yield notes. So the monthly return since 2019 until today. So there you go. You got that same investment of the 5,000. So pretty much if it was 500, if we did 500 euros, and let's update that from 2019, your investment now would be 10,578. Not bad. So like I think I'm gonna do, just treat this like a crypto savings account with risk, really and truly. Put 500 BTC in there and just compound it. The great thing is you don't have to pay the gas fees. So those are the two good reasons there for me why I do like yield nodes is the compounding every day without the gas fees. I do like the good interest rate, not that high, so at least in your subconscious you would think, okay, this could actually last. Plus the 2019 they've been around, so they have definitely they've been here for a while in this space, crypto space. That's kind of like granddaddy years there, because as we can see. A lot of projects don't even last a year, that give passive income. Especially if they give high returns, it's highly that they won't last for a year. But definitely, I'm going to be doing another review and some more in-depth looks on yield notes, and I will definitely be bringing it to the channel and just making sure I get as much information we can get. I can't make the video too long. This, you just kind of call it to an introductory to yield nodes right now. Okay, so that's what this will be, and we will continue to go further and do more research, and I'll just keep bringing more information that I can until I decide my own self, and then bringing it to the channel that yield nodes is good for me to get into, and then you could use this as just an introductory also to yield nodes for yourself, and probably check it out on your own accord. So this is DLiFair with yield nodes and that LVT Media Marco and their investments. Make sure stay tuned to episode 2, yield nodes. I am over and out.